by giving them housing.
Dalawang klaseng peace and order eh. Lagi ko nang tinataya ang aking buhay parang to achieve peace and order. Tayo po ang gumawa ng peace agreement with the MNLF. I crossed the Sahara Desert, risking my life to reach out to Nur Mizwari and Colonel Gaddafi of Libya. I reached out to the MILF under Chairman Hashim Salamat, General Murad, General Min Bantas, Vice Chairman Jafar, to make peace with the MILF. I risked my life to sit down with the communist leadership under Joma Sison and the New People's Army. I risked my life looking for Colonel Unasan, General Abinina, and Commodore Kalahati in the underground that led to the ceasefire agreements that put an end to the coup attempts against the Republic of the Philippines.
We will prevent this illegal logging in our forest, no? Because this contributes to floods, which can create havoc in our agricultural economy. Also, with our fishing industry, we have to safeguard and give protection to our corals and mangroves, because this is where the fishes go and breed their eggs, no? And we will not allow dynamite fishing or the use of cyanide dahil mamamatay yung mga isda. Kawawa naman ang mga mangingisda. Ngayon, sa magbubukid naman ay dahil dito sa kahirapan ng panahon, palagay ko tigilan na muna natin itong paggawa ng mga golf courses. Dahil maraming tubig ang ginagamit dyan, ano? And we deprive our farmers of lands that could be used for agricultural purposes. Ang ating sustainable development must be achieved through the protection of the environment.
The protection of the environment is critical. Hindi pwedeng yayaman tayo ngayon, pero ang mga anak natin wala ng kayamanan sa kalikasan. But environment is area-based. Local governments ang may principal responsibility, hindi Malacanang. Hindi pwedeng ang Malacanang sasabihin, yun, linisin ang sa likod ng bahay mo, Dodi Lacuna. Hindi pwede yun, hindi ba? Yan, ang likod mo ay linis mo. Ang bahay mo, dapat ayos mo.
We have so many laws as far as environment is concerned. But the problem is the implementation of these laws. So it's just a matter of seeing to it that we have a political will to implement all these laws. And yung mga kulang-kulang ng mga forest guards, well, we have to appropriate money for that to really implement the law.
Sabi ko nga, dito sa Pilipinas dapat magtanim tayo ng 1 billion trees. Kasi kinuwenta ko na, kung tayo po magtatanim ng 1 billion trees, lahat na kalbong bundok sa Pilipinas, malalagyan na natin ng puno.
The only thing we can say there is that yung Manila Accord na pirmahan, at sa Manila Accord nagkasundo na irerespeto ng China at ng Malaysia at ng Vietnam. So far, ang mga lupa na andyan at walang magbabarilan. I think that kind of attitude will have to be maintained. But for the record, I think the Philippines should start asserting their rights under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea. The main policy offensive still, an initiative as regards China, is to maintain the long relations of friendship with China and the Chinese people. And in my case, I have credentials for that. We authored the social integration law. Hindi natin ginamit yung legalization, kundi sinabi natin na we are welcoming the social integration of the Chinese people who were in the Philippines.
Foreign relations is just an extension of our domestic policy. So we have to first ensure our national security. Second, yung economic diplomacy. And of course, we have to take care of our overseas Filipino workers. We cannot afford to have any confrontation with China. We have to always be diplomatic.
Have taken unto themselves a task that is inviolable. However, inasmuch as ours is supposed to be a free country, believe too in the right of every citizen to pursue his or her own calling. And so we do our own as media practitioners and probe deeper into the minds of those who wish to become the nation's chief executive.
Ako po ay kumakandidato bilang presidente ng Pilipinas hindi dahil kailangan ko ang hanap buhay. Hindi ko gagamitin yung pwesto ng presidente.
Lamang, ako'y napilit lamang na tumakbong pagka-presidente. Sa katunayan, akong pinakahuli na nagdeklara. At ang aking mga sinusunod ay ang payo ng mga nakakalamang sa akin sa moralidad at sa aking pananampalataya. Ngayon, bakit ako magiging presidente pa? Dahil yan ay isang hamon sa isang law graduate. Kamukha ng ginawa ko sa Immigration Commissioner. Kamukha ng ginagawa ng mga mountain climbers. Why am I fighting graft and corruption? Because it is here. Why does a mountain climber climb a mountain? Because it's there. Nandyan yan eh. At tapos, meron tayong code of ethics sa ating legal profession. We are sworn to uphold the rule of law and the system of justice. Eh, itong ating lipunan ngayon ay virtually lawless. Tingnan mo lang mga kandidato. They are prohibited from premature electioneering, pero bago nag-official campaign period, nagsipagbili ng mga expensive TV ads at the price of 98,000 pesos per 30 seconder. Saan nila kinuha ang pera? That is blatant lawlessness.
Kaya ako nagkakandidato para presidente sapagkat hindi manghanap buhay. Ang katotohanan, ang sweldo ng presidente ay nung panahon namin, ibinigay namin sa isang eskwelahan. Kamukha ng ginawa ng dating Pangulo, nung ako'y napaka-allergic sa politika, sabi ko, ba't ka gusto pumunta sa politika? At ang sabi niya, because I want to be president. Why do you want to be president? Because it is a position where if you are really dedicated, devoted, you can maximize your potential, and at the same time, there are no problems in the presidency that has no solutions if you are really dedicated and committed to the people.
My personal answer is, we have always been talking, particularly in the business community, myself included, we should change the way we do politics in this country. We should have reforms right now